Every once in a while, life forces you to a complete halt. You lose a job, a sudden diagnosis brings chronic pain, or you lose someone deeply important to you. You reach the edge of a cliff and find you have nowhere to turn. That specific feeling of being hopelessly trapped was experienced on a massive scale thousands of years ago. Imagine an entire community fleeing for their lives, only to arrive at an uncrossable ocean with a hostile military force charging at their backs. The resolution of that crisis offers a specific sequence for moving forward when every exit appears closed. To understand that sequence, we first have to look at how time itself is structured in the Islamic tradition. Out of the 12 months in the lunar calendar, 4 are strictly designated as sacred. The first of these sacred months kicks off the year. It is called Muharram. It holds a unique title. It is explicitly called the month of Allah. That title acts as a multiplier. During this specific window, the spiritual stakes are elevated. Any sin committed carries significantly more gravity, and any good deed performed is rewarded more intensely. This is a designated block of time meant for believers to break heavy habits, step away from addictions, and completely recalibrate their focus. This spiritual focus centers on its 10th day, a day known as Ashura. This is the exact date when the test of being trapped at the edge of the sea actually took place. We return to that ancient coastline on the 10th of Muharram. Moses and the children of Israel are cornered at the edge of the water. The crowd looks at the waves blocking their path, then at Pharaoh's approaching army. They do the brutal math and panic, concluding they are doomed. Amidst that screaming crowd, Moses exhibits a concept known as tawakkul, absolute, unwavering internal certainty. He looks at the exact same impossible odds and calmly states, "No, God is with me and He will guide me through." That unshakable trust forms the first part of this approach. The internal mind must be solidified before external reality can shift. But belief on its own is not the entire requirement. The moment Moses declares his absolute faith, a specific command is given: hit the ocean with your stick. Think about the logical absurdity of that request. A piece of dry wood possesses zero physical capacity to part millions of tons of seawater. We see this pattern everywhere, even today. An inventor will build a prototype, test it, and watch it fail thousands of times before they finally crack the design. James Dyson built 5,127 failed prototypes. Those first 5,126 pieces of plastic held no magic, but that sheer, grueling repetition was the necessary prerequisite for the final success. The Quran highlights this again with the story of Mary. While in the agonizing, weakest state of childbirth, alone in the desert, she is commanded to shake the trunk of a massive, unyielding palm tree to get dates to fall. If 20 strong men push that trunk, the tree won't budge. The point is not that Mary's weak push dropped the fruit, or that a wooden stick parted the sea. God commands the final result, but He demands human effort first. You must do something. That ancient requirement of deep faith paired with grueling effort is practiced today through the primary ritual of Muharram, fasting. Fasting stands unique among religious practices because it is entirely invisible. You could secretly drink water and no one around you would know. The truth of the act exists solely between the individual and God. It replicates both halves of the historical lesson. You hold the first half with pure, unseen sincerity. Then you execute the second by enduring 15 hours of extreme heat and thirst. Enduring that physical toll moves the concept of trust into a practical laboratory where it is actually tested. The tradition points to one specific day for this practice, the 10th of Muharram, Ashura. By pairing the 10th with either the 9th or the 11th, a believer completes a ritual that seeks forgiveness for the previous year's sins. Beyond those specific dates, this entire month acts as an open door. From the first sighting of the crescent moon, you enter a designated season for spiritual rebuilding. When life eventually forces you to the edge of your own uncrossable ocean, the strategy is ready. Solidify your internal intention, put in the grueling physical effort, and trust the final result to God.